from the strengths and most. And today I'm going to talk about stretching hip flexors. So when we sit, our hip flexors get short and tight. There's 6 or 7 hip flexors depending on how you define it. And the stretch you might be using to lengthen yours might not be the right stretch. So I'm going to take you through a few different ones. And in the article, I'm also going to explain which one we're stretching with some images there. So a really good way to stretch your hip flexors is actually to use a wall. 2 of our hip flexors cross down to the knee as well. So our central quad is a hip flexor, and there's a muscle called the sartorius that sort of wraps around here, which is a hip flexor. So using the wall, we can stretch 2 of those. So the first one, all I'm going to do is get my back foot up against the wall, and while I'm here, I'm actually going to squeeze this back booty cheek, back glute, which is going to lengthen the muscle across my knee and across my hip. If I can't squeeze my glute here, which I'm pretty tight, stronger to it, I'll come away from the wall a little bit. And once my glute's locked on, I'm actually doing the stretch effectively. So that's for what we call the rectus femoris. If we're trying to get the next door neighbor, we actually just spin the leg out into some external rotation, and I still sit up tall, and now I'm stretching right next door at the sartorius. So he wraps around here. So this is actually going to just change the emphasis slightly, and you feel this more on the inner thigh. So the next muscle we can hit without a wall, it's called the TFL, the tensor fasciae lata, and it's sometimes called the pocket muscle because it runs in here. So if you squat and you feel this guy getting annoying, this one's for you. We're just going to come into a lunge position. With every hip flexor stretch, squeeze your glute because that keeps your pelvis in line. And I'm actually going to imagine I'm sort of sticking my weight through this line here and lean back and away, and that's going to give me a stretch through that TFL region. Always wiggle a little bit, find the line that feels good for you, but I'm sort of pushing my hip out to the side and then trying to get my tension through here. To stretch my psoas and iliacus, very, very similar, except I'm just going to stay nice and square. So again, lock my glute on, sit forward until I feel a stretch through this region here. So there it is. I've covered the rec fem against the wall, the sartorius against the wall, the TFL, which is the outside of our hip, and the psoas and iliacus. 4 different stretches. Try each of them for 30 to 60 seconds, breathing, relaxing throughout, and see if you get some benefit from those, or just pay attention to what feels really tight. Until next time, peace, love, thanks guys.